Hey everybody, welcome back to Gabriel Knight's Sins of the Fathers. And the Blue Story 2, when last we left off, we learned things. Voodoo-y things. And we're going to do more of that today. But first,
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
I believe we were told that we have some messages.
Do you have messages for me?
Your pal Mosley called. He left a message that they're interrogating a suspect this morning and you might want to be there.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
Do you have more messages for me?
That man from Germany called again, Wolfgang Ritter. Now he's claiming to be a relative of yours. I took down his number. If you change your mind and want to give him a call back, just ask me for it.
Do you have more?
I've given it.
Can I?
Sure. Here's that phone number.
Thanks.
We won't be calling it now. It's a touch too expensive. However, we do have a different number to read. Let's see. Which was it? I believe... Wait, let me look again. Wait, I need to turn it on first, don't I?
Hello?
Hello? I'm calling from the Dixieland drugstore. We have an order for you.
Castro, be quiet. Who is this?
I'm afraid.
I'm sure I'd...
Tragic. But we have an alternative. 6170.
Cajun Critters Animal Clinic. This
Wow,
is Melissa.
they just pick right up, don't they?
Do you have a...
Madam Cousin?
Really?
Um,
I'm worried about Castro. He's missed 3 dance lessons.
Castro? Her little doggy? Oh, he's so sweet.
Isn't he, though?
Well, I guess if you know Castro, it's okay. Her address is 345 Dauphine.
Thanks.
Cannot believe she fell for that. But there you go. We will pay her a visit later.
See you later.
Don't hurry back on my account.
Let's see. Where to first? Well, we might as well go watch this interrogation.
Glad you made it.
If you
It'll
didn't
give you a
return
feel
the
for how I
badge,
am in action,
he'll demand
you
it
know,
now.
Handling suspects, that sort of thing.
I'm sure it'll be invigorating. Who is this guy anyway?
Calls himself Crash. He's been an informant for us before, mostly helping us bust small-time pimps and dealers trying to break into the territory. Well, he's been staying invisible during these murders, but we picked him up this morning to Jackson Square. Pushing coke? He knows something. Call it detective's instinct.
Detective's instinct. Got it.
I'll be sure to include that in the book.
All right, Crash. I want to hear about these murders. You been present at the so-called voodoo ritual?
I don't know nothing. I told you.
come on now. You can tell me. Do you know anyone who's been to these rituals?
Look, I can't say nothing. You gotta let me go, man.
Now, you relax. No one knows you're here. The men who picked you up were plainclothesmen.
Plain clothes, like you could fool them. They know I'm here. They've got ears all over the city. They know everything.
Now, who are they, Crash? Are they the ones doing the murders?
Let me go.
If you're so worried about being detained, start talking. Now, you tell me what I want to hear, and maybe I can get you in the witness protection
Someone's not
program.
paying attention.
But you have to earn it.
Witness protection? Are you crazy? Don't make me laugh. Jesus, just let me out of here.
Now, come on. Who's behind these murders, Crash? Why are the victims all members of the underworld?
By now they know I'm here. I mean, it's different when I'm supposed to come here. Or if I can send a message. Tell them I didn't say nothing.
Christ, he's freaking useless. Take him back to detain him, would you, Tony? I tell you, times like
They
this,
just
I kill
disappear.
for
You don't see
truth
him walk by
seekers.
the window.
Damn the civil rights.
Can I quote you on that?
Huh? Hell no. Damn! We only keep him for 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have to let him go. Sorry it wasn't more exciting. For the book, I mean. Maybe you can punch it up some. You know, what do they call that? Fiction. That's it.
It certainly is. I'll see what I can do. Can I ask you?
Alright. Nah. He's got nothing new.
I'm gonna hit the...
Ciao, babe.
So I'd have to say his detective instinct was correct. To a degree. It's the same ones. Yeah, eventually they get replaced by new ones. No, go. Go. Gabriel, do not make this difficult. In the city of the dead.
Malia.
Mr. Knight, what are you doing here?
My family's tomb is here.
Mine too.
Yeah, you
I
can't.
noticed. Subtle.
Well, Mr. Knight, if there's not...
Don't...
Whatever for...
I've been in you.
Mr. Knight, you don't know anything about me. I'm not in a position to get involved.
I've said that 1,000,000 times myself. Oh.
I have...
Hey,
This isn't a musical.
look. I know you've got more money than God. Do you think I care? Do you think that's why I'm saying this?
Possibly.
No, I don't.
Why don't you come see my world? I have a little bookshop, St. George's on Bourbon.
I know.
See,
I'm sorry, but there's no place for someone like you in my life. Not now, not ever.
Damn it.
The exit's not that way. Well, we do have a class to attend.
It looks like the lecture is just starting. Gabriel decides to record the session.
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa, but the name Voodoo is actually a banner heading under which resides an entire body of distinct tribal belief systems. The word voodoo may sound familiar to you. What is known in the States as voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism. All of the subcults of African voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems had. Some of these spirits are elementals. Some relate to specific tasks or places. Some represent important tribal leaders who have died. This spirit worship is what makes voodoo so easily adaptable. With all those spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary. At the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. One tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the voodoo cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots.
I have no idea if any of this is actually
The basis for the
true
voodoo
or-
religion seems to be as old as man himself. It has much in common with many early pagan practices: animal totems, sympathetic magic, elemental spirits in the trees, the heavens, the bodies of the sick.
Minotaurs, apparently.
Africa is believed by many to be the cradle of the human race. Some of the voodoo Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself. We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African Bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers.
I'm
Now,
guessing that part's definitely
Let's
not
discuss the elements of voodoo.
Fascinating guy.
In voodoo, the spirits are called the Loa. During a voodoo ceremony, celebrants are possessed by the Loa, and this is called being ridden. The human worshiper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman. A person being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity. Some of the older, original Africa Loa include Dambala, the great serpent god; Ezruli, the mistress of love; Baba Nebo, or Gede, the lord of death; Agwe, the spirit of water; Legba, spirit of the crossroads; and the cruelest and most dangerous, Ogun Batagri, the lord of destruction.
Ugh. Oh, I gotta get more sleep at night.
A tribe-specific Loa can have as much or more power as the more widely worshipped Loa. For instance, a particular tribe might revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician. Voodoo temples are called Houndfors. Their priests, Hungan or Bokors. Their priestesses, Mama Loa. In a voodoo Houndfor, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a poto mitan.
I forgot to go get the sketch.
The ritual circle is prepared with a veve, a pattern of symbols. Each tribe's veve is slightly different, consisting of complex symbols that identify their special Loa. During ritual conclaves, initiates dance under the supervision of a Bokor and a Mama Loa, or head priestess. The use of totems or animal masks and markings was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies. Now, though, all but the oldest sects have abandoned this practice. Ritual objects used during the conclaves include the ritual gourd or asson,
That's on, that's off.
the ritual knife or kubasa,
That knife gives me the chills.
the ritual whip, or fouet cache. And the ritual coffin, or seke madule. These items are often optional, called for by the Mamaloa for specific magical rituals. The Mamaloa is the most powerful figure in any Voodoo sect.
DJ,
Voodoo
bring
is a truly matriarchal system.
conclave tonight.
Even
Bring
the
fouet
Vokor knows
cache.
his power is limited. Mamaloa is the supreme woman. She butterflies and fireflies.
Oh, well, of course.
Firelight. No, what is it? Gabriel? What? I can't see. Gabriel, get in. Can't. It's too small for me. You must get in, Gabriel. It's not mine. Too small. Hide, Gabriel. Hide. No, no, let me out. Help.
Young man, the lecture is over.
Oh my God.
Oops. Well, that was embarrassing. But yeah, now we understand the meaning of this message.
It's Gabriel.
DJ, conclave tonight. Bring fouet cache. I guess Moonbeam isn't all that up on the proper terminology of the genuine
How's it going
articles.
today?
What? Oh, it's only you. Man, I have been jumpy all day. That pattern of yours really freaked me out for some reason. There's just something creepy.
You finished it?
Yeah, and you're welcome to it. Here.
Wow, this is great.
Uh-huh. Just don't, like, blow up the planet with it or something, okay?
I didn't mean to upset you.
Oh, forget it. I'm probably just being stupid. Do your thing with it, and good luck.
Thank you kindly, sir. Just gotta wait a second here.
Not a bad idea. Ooh, baby, I love the way you move.
Madame Lorelei winks knowingly at Gabriel and twitches her hip.
Yep, she wants me.
Thanks, boys.
Yep. You got that snake draped over her shoulders.
Gabriel examines the veil with a magnifying glass. That sequin looks a little strange. Why, it's a snake scale. Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to remove the snake scale from the veil.
Alright, let's have ourselves a look. It seems a little closer than the other one.
Gabriel magnifies the scale from the fortune teller.
But not
The
quite.
iridescent scale is hued olive green. It doesn't seem to match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain.
Oh well, it's worth a shot.
Did you lose a veil?
Huh, my veil. I'm always losing those things. You have no idea. Well, darling, you're such a sweetie to return a lady's delicates, and so handsome as well.
Well,
And since you have such a clear interest in fortune-telling, let me see your hands. They look so strong. Perhaps they will make both our fortunes clear, no?
I wish something would.
Strong. Yes, and yet so delicate and flexible.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, good. I see a mysterious woman in your immediate future.
Madame Lorelei winks at Gabriel knowingly.
She is a dangerous one, dark and beautiful. Ah, I see the road of your life forking. And very soon.
The blood drains from Madame Lorelei's face in an instant. Sweat beads on her upper lip.
Are you okay?
Oh God! Beware! Beware!
What is it about me lately?
Perhaps she's not the fruit she appeared to be at first. I know it's fraud. Okay. Ah, yes. Now that we have the pattern, we can make some proper use of the professor here.
Are you a student?
No. My name...
Well, you have walked into my...
Check this out, Prof.
Can you tell me anything about this pattern?
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
Be my guest.
Great. I'll be right back.
Wow, that's a quick copier.
Here you go. You know, this is a fact.
Actually, I was hoping you'd tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some. That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself. Each of the symbols in the Veve represents something. A loa, a place. Where did you get this?
Have you heard of the voodoo murders?
No, you're kidding. Really? Then the voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
You think this Veve is authentic, then?
Authentic? Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is a painting. Tell you what, I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll give you a call when I have more information. You are associated with the police, aren't you?
Absolutely. But I'm, undercover. You can contact me at the St. George's bookshop in the quarter.
All right. Now, I'd like to get started on this if you don't mind.
Well, I'm sure you would. But there's a couple of other things. And this is not necessary to complete the game.
Is there anything you can tell me about the voodoo aspects of this photograph?
This is serious voodoo ritual. Nasty stuff.
In what way?
Let's see. I can't make out much detail from this photograph. Except for the corpse, of course. But the wound, the face, and what little I can see of the ritual paraphernalia. Reminds me of certain black voodoo practices. Very rare. I've never witnessed them myself, you understand?
Really? Interesting. Thanks.
That should be the extra point that, if I manage to get everything else, should get me 343.
Mind if I pick your...
First,
Do you have any idea what Caprice encore means?
Cabrice encore. Yes, I do. It's a Haitian term, I believe. It's French, and literally translates as goat without horns.
As in a female goat?
No, as in a human sacrifice. Sacrifices in
Dear.
voodoo are usually of the animal variety. Chickens, wolves, goats. If the gods demand a goat without horns, it means a human being.
dear oh dear.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
It's very rare. Most voodoo practices do not include human sacrifice as a matter of record, but it is theoretically possible if that's the gods demand. For example, one of the chants I had translated for me from a Haitian ritual went like this. Mistress Erzulie, come and aid us. If a cock is demanded, we will give it. If a bull will suffice, behold it. But if a goat without horns is required for sacrifice, oh, where will we find one? Erzulie is the gentlest of Loa, so they call on her for mercy. But I have seen grown and powerful Hungan tremble before a possession by one of the more violent Loa, such as Mapanilo. Clearly, they are afraid that something of the sort will be ordered, or that the Loa will simply take it for themselves.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
As I said in my lecture, which I assume you actually listened to, is
I
that animal
recorded it.
masks, totems, are used extensively in most African voodoo religions.
Tell me what you mean by black voodoo.
Well, like any religion, the beliefs can tend toward positive or negative ends. Can be used for good or evil. Christianity, for example, has its doppelganger, Satanism. Anytime you attempt to set up an icon to explain evil, you invite some warped mind to worship it. The same is true of voodoo. There are those who are drawn by and desire personal power from the darker, bloodier Loa.
Very interesting indeed. I believe that's all we need to get out of him for now.
Okay, thanks.
Good day, Mr. Knight.
So we now know for certain that the voodoo rituals are authentic. Let's see.
Hi.
Can I buy this yet?
To get the map. The map.
Can I? Do you know anything?
Like the ones that...
Right?
I used to... The only one left is...
About Willie Jr. Would you be willing to let him go?
Maybe. For $100.
$100? You gotta be kidding.
Me and Willie Jr. very close now. I could talk with him for less.
Ah, deal's a deal. We now know what we need in order to get Willie Jr. there. Let's see. Oh, you forgive me if I keep saving. It's the Sierra games. They're prone to crashing. This one hasn't done it yet, but you never know. course, if we're going to go in here, we're gonna need a disguise.
All right, but this is private. Is this convincing enough?
Not quite. Think you're gonna need to spruce it up a tad.
The things I do for my art.
It's Father Gabriel.
Yep, doing it again.
Yes? Who is it?
It's Father McLaughlin.
It's Father McLaughlin to see you.
Father McLaughlin, you say? You must be new in the parish. I'm so pleased to meet you, Father. Do come in.
Thank you, my child.
Please be seated, Father.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
Do you mind if I...
Let's see. Well, first, let's just ask her about herself.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I am Creole. My family has been in New Orleans for over 200 years. Real New Orleanians are French, you see. These days the city is overrun with people with no heritage at all. No offense, Father, but it's true. But the French, naturellement, will always be the true blood of New Orleans.
Do you have any idea what Cabri sans corps means?
Mais oui, I know. I bet you do not, Father, n'est-ce pas?
It means goat without horns.
Now, Father, you surprise me. You do know what it means. You know what they mean by goat without horns, don't you? A human being. That's right. Slit your throat, cut out your heart. Pure evil murder.
Do you know anything about...
Well, my great-grandmother could tell stories. She saw it. People say that sort of thing wasn't done in New Orleans. But the real voodoo queens did it. Oh, yes.
Real voodoo queens?
Who were the real voodoo queens?
Well, my great-grandmother told me that Lavaux was just a front, a flamboyant decoy. She distracted authorities from the real voodoo queen of New Orleans. It's been the same one for almost 200 years. She's head of a secret voodoo enfant. That's what they call their temples, you know. It's so secret, most of the voodoo people in the city don't even know about it. The real voodoo queen controlled Lavaux, gave her a little bit of power, and used her like a puppet.
Don't say.
Tell me more about this secret voodoo hound four.
Well, I've never seen it. I wouldn't go near it if you paid me. But it's here in Orleans, I guarantee it. I hear the drums at night, oh yes. That's why I am so ill.
It's not because you're really, really old or anything.
Drums. But we shouldn't talk about it. They'll hear us. It's the devil's work that happens there. I can tell you. I'll show you something. Something secret. You mustn't tell anyone, Father.
I swear on my collar.
Here it is, mon père. A true object of evil if there ever was one.
It radiates something, all right.
You're slipping
It
there, Gabe.
belonged to my great-grandmother. She told my mother that it was a token to gain entrance to the real voodoo ceremonies.
You don't say.
To tell you the truth, I always felt nervous about having it in the house. You know, evil influence and all.
Oh, I can see how you would, yes.
And yet, I could never part with it. It's been in the family for generations. Would you bless it for me, Father? I feel strange asking such a thing of you, but surely you understand.
Sure.
Bless this bracelet of a snake, even though its vibes aren't great. Let it do nobody harm when they wear it on their arm. Voodoo spirits, go away. Don't come back another day. And now, let us pray.
Gabriel has a thought about the clay.
Bless, oh bless this circlet of silver. Take the curse, oh take it, Wilbur.
A lovely blessing, mon père.
Yes, I think it made a lasting impression. Here you go.
I feel so much better now.
Well, madame, I must be going.
Of course, Father. I know how busy you must be.
Wow, I just ran right out of there. Could probably get ahead to speed up so high.
This is... It's a clay mold of Madame Kazunu's snake bracelet.
I'm not going back on the street looking like this.
Nor should you, sir. I may have forgotten to set my timer. But we won't go much further. Ah, she came back.
You're back. You know, you really freaked me out running off like that. Yoo-hoo! Anybody home?
Stay away from Maryagetti, or you shall pay with your life.
What the hell is going on?
Things are starting to finally heat up. But it really takes off tomorrow.
Hey, Grace. Here I am.
Oh boy, party time.
You gonna show up or not? Thank you.
Hey, kids.
Bruno, how nice.
Gee, a customer.
Of yours? Hardly.
How's the flower business?
Well, better than the used book business, I see.
Rare books.
That explains why I so rarely see anyone in here. Are you going to sell me that wonderful painting of yours today?
How much would you give me for it, Bruno?
Gabriel, don't you dare sell your father's painting.
Stay out of this, Grace.
Ooh, you're serious? You'll let me have it?
Yeah, I'll let you have it, all right. How much for the painting?
Well, I could give you 100. That's all I can let go at the moment, you know. My fares are so tied up.
Gabriel, $100 for your father's painting?
Grace, let me deal with this. Fine, it's yours.
Gabriel!
Here's the 100.
You better take good care of this, Bruno. This is not just another of your hip art pieces, you know.
Really? Well, I fully intend to make the most of its display, though not for your sake, I'm sure. At least in my shop, there'll be a chance of someone actually seeing it. can't believe I actually got it. Just wait until I show Sid.
I don't believe you!
It's just a painting, Grace. There are things I have to do.
Well, now she's mad at me. And I can't say that I blame her. And I think we'll end this video here. I'm the Blues 32. This is Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Next time, I think we'll try and give Germany a call.